Hey guys, welcome to Black United. Welcome to another video. And I'm sorry that I wasn't here yesterday for, the aftermath. That was the day puzzle Clasico. I was a little bit heated about the game itself. And honestly, I saw some things that I wanted to discuss, but not yesterday. Because if I wanted to, disconnect from football, from Barcelona. I did see some things in there, but I got back in today, and you guys have the match review against Alaves tomorrow. Again, Artur out of the matchday squad. A little bump turns out to be a month out of with injury. I'm worried about it, to be honest. I don't know how Artur's gonna come back from it. I don't know how he's gonna be looking. But the topic of today is, well, as you're seeing in the image right now, is what Valverde had to say about the game right after, in the press conference after the game. And what he had to say was that the normal thing is this, not that we put them 5 and get them 17 points. And sorry for this, I just wanted to, give you the clue. This is from Sport. They don't have it in their Sport English site, so I had to borrow it from their Sport ES, the Sport Spanish site. Used the Google Translate, but basically what the message is saying is that tying 0-0, this is normal, not putting 5 past them or being 17 points ahead of them. And this is what Valverde had to say after the game. A game where Madrid were better than us, which it already annoys me. And not this thing that, in media, and the Spanish media, they've been trying to make it out as if Real Madrid, I don't know, they completely obliterated us, that it was like a Liverpool against us. And it wasn't. It really wasn't. They were good. They were better than Barcelona, but I'll leave it at that. They were better than Barcelona. They weren't completely dominant over us because we did have chances and we had really clear chances to win that game. So it wasn't something as clear as what they're making it out to be. But regardless of that, I think that this is a bad message that you're sending out there. The normal thing is this. I don't know what Valverde is trying to say here, but what it sounds to me is that he's trying to defend us getting worse every season, and it been understandable that we have to understand that you cannot always beat Real Madrid 5-0 and you cannot always be 17 points ahead of them. And I don't think that's what any of us we don't demand that out of Barcelona. I don't think any normal fan should demand their team beating their biggest rival 5-0 every time. That's not what we're demanding. What we're demanding is that Barcelona plays well, that it does the right things. And you start wondering, when is this thing going to change? Because I keep saying things over and over again, but why is Todibo going on alone? Manchester United are added to the list of clubs that want Todibo to be bought. Barcelona apparently set the price for 25 million euros. I hope that that's enough to wear out any suitors. Please don't sell him for 10 million euros, even if you get back a buyback clause, because the reason that Todibo has to go out of Barcelona, even though he played really good games, both against Inter and against Sevilla. Those were really good games from Todibo. Not the best center back in the world, but for his age, he looks absolutely fantastic. And the idea is that I don't think we're going to give him a chance, because there's a player that is playing every single minute of every single season, sleeping 4 to 5 hours a week. And yes, Piqué was one of the best players against Real Madrid. And yes, he's been playing better in the past 2 to 3 games. I'll admit it. But that is an example that he cannot play every single minute of every single game. And the thing is that we are making this normal. We're making the situation normal by being worst. This thing that Messi's saying, or that people are saying that, oh, La Liga is more competitive right now. It's It's harder for us, the big teams, to to like separate ourselves from the rest, because the league's getting closer. And the thing is that yes, it is harder for you guys to exert your superiority, but it's not because the teams below you are getting better. It's because you're getting worse. Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, and Barcelona are all getting worse. Every single one. Yes, Real Sociedad did get better. Valencia, they've sustained themselves from last season. Athletic, they have improved from last season. But not to the point where they're going to be making 90 points a season or 80 something points a season. That's not it. The problem is that you have allowed yourself to be mediocre and therefore drop a bunch amount of points in a league where, to be honest, if this was a Barcelona, Real Madrid, or Clasico from 3 seasons ago, they would already be 10 points clear, pretty much. This excuse worked in the Premier League when you have the likes of Arsenal, Manchester City, Manchester United, Tottenham Hotspur, Chelsea, Liverpool, Everton, West Ham, where pretty much even the bottom side in the league gets at least 100 million euros from TV revenue. I can understand that every game it's really hard, but against these teams in La Liga, where you beat them when you completely obliterate them in budget, when your players are some of the most elite players in world football, Messi being the best player in the world, and you're telling me that you are not able to dominate most teams in the world, even playing away from home in La Liga? Are you kidding me? Yes, the thing is that you're trying to normalize something that for me, 0-0 against a Real Madrid side, it's bad. Because yes, I've been getting used to beating them and beating them comfortably. Because that is what we should demand. We should demand excellence from Barcelona. That if they play well and they don't win, that's fine. But at least they're playing well. And that means that in future ties, we will win. And things will go well. If we lose 4-0 playing against Liverpool, but we played well, we dominated the game, I would have been fine. I would have said, hey, we got beaten by the better team, but we did what we could. We tried our hardest, and we'll try it out next year. And that would have been fine. For example, the game that Manchester City lost against United and Liverpool, those are the games that, you see those games, and I if I want to lose, I want to lose like that. Generating a bunch of chances, conceding very little, being very dominant on the ball, having a lot of the possession going forward. But we don't do any of that. We're not dominant, we don't know how to attack, we don't know how to defend, therefore we are a horrible team. And the thing is that, what more can I say? This example of players playing every single minute, I don't get it. Suarez finishing the whole game, playing the 90 minutes against Real Madrid, I didn't understand that. We need to start using our youngsters. We need to start rotating them. We need to start bringing them in, because Suarez is saying this. We need to look for a replacement after I leave, and it's not wait after you leave. It's after you leave and before you leave. Same thing with Piqué. Todibo needs to play minutes. Rafa Marquez, and this is pretty much the exact situation, because Rafa Marquez was at a really good level, just like Piqué is right now, at the tail end of his career. But when Piqué came in, Guardiola dropped a lot of minutes from Marquez and gave them to Piqué. And let me tell you that Todibo right now is better than Piqué at the same time. At that exact same time, Todibo is much better than Piqué. So give the youngster an opportunity. You don't have to play every single minute, Piqué. It's okay. We're not going to criminalize you for playing less minutes, but I want to see the youngsters play. Aleñá, I want to see him play. I want to see Ricky Puig play. I want to see Abel Ruiz, Ansu Fati, Carles Perez. I want to see them play. I'm not asking them to start in a Clasico. I'm not telling you that they need to play a Champions League quarterfinals. No, I'm asking them that in games where you're comfortable, when you need intensity, when you need motivation against those bottom sides that I know that these older, more experienced players have less motivation to play with than against these other big teams to play the youngsters, that they will be motivated for those kind of games. And it's understandable that these players have won so much that sometimes getting motivated is not easy. And I can understand that, but therefore, let the youngsters play so we can, try them out, see if they're good enough. So therefore, in the future, if we do need signings, we know what positions we need to sign, what positions we don't need to sign. But the problem is that we're normalizing that this is normal, that we shouldn't be putting 5 past them every season, that we shouldn't be getting 17 points ahead of them in the league. We're normalizing this kind of things, and when you know it, Messi is going to be... He's going to leave for free. Piqué's going to leave for free. Suarez is going to leave for free. They're going to have burnt all the money of the club in their wages, because we spent 800 million euros every single season on player wages, and we only earn 1,000 million euros. 80% of what the clubs earns overall, it goes to the players, goes on just wages. Then we explain why we have no money to sign players, so we have little money to sign players. And if this keeps going on, if we don't sell these players, we don't lower the wage gap, we're gonna have no money when these other players leave, when like some Messi, Suarez, Piqué, Busquets, Rakitic, when all these players leave, and when they go out for €0, we're gonna have no money to sign younger players. We're not gonna have money to sign any players, or like the top players that need top wages, and therefore you're gonna be in problems. You're gonna be in trouble, and we're gonna go back to Gaspar 2.0. I've been meaning to talk about this Gaspar era. For you guys that don't know what the Gaspar era is probably the worst era at Barcelona since Johan Cruyff came at Barcelona. Probably not, definitely the worst era at Barcelona. It was that period where Barcelona were fighting to get into the Europa League, and I'll be talking more of that in depth in another video. I'm gonna see if maybe tomorrow, but I just wanted to leave this out because it's very worrying to me that we are normalizing this kind of behavior that is leading us nowhere. But anyways, when I said and done, leave me your opinions. What do you think about what Valverde has to say post the Clasico? Leave me all your opinions in the comment section below. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next one, Blaugranas.